Hi, y'all. Welcome to Hustle Humbly. It's Alissa and Katy, and we are two top producing realtors in the Baton Rouge market.
We work for two different companies where we should be competitors, but we have chosen community over competition.
The goal of our podcast is to encourage you to find your own way in business.
So stop comparing yourself and start embracing your strengths.
Hello, hi, friends.
Hello, it's Alissa.
And this is Katy. And it's episode 60.
Yay, number 60.
Hooray! I don't know what that means, but it's exciting.
Yeah, it seems like a good round number.
Nice round number.
Yeah.
Hooray! Today's episode is highly requested.
Yes.
We'll try to do it justice, and it is the working mom/parent episode.
We are obviously working moms.
We're moms, just in case you didn't catch that.
But Katy's husband, Jay, made sure that we needed to include working dads, working parents in general.
Quite honestly, I can't do this working mom gig without a working dad or just a dad.
Right.
I mean, it's too hard.
It would be hard as a single parent.
I bless them because they are few that communicate with me through social media, and and do high volume.
Yeah, I know
as
a few single
parent.
parents that are crushing it in real estate.
Wow.
That would be hard.
I have such respect for those people.
Yeah.
I know that it would be tough for me.
Sure.
For sure. I like my support system.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I would fall apart.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Things would be bad.
Yeah. But it's nice too, because like me and you are at totally different phases of life.
Oh yeah.
Like your kids are a little older.
Mm-hmm.
I have Haven, who is almost 4 in February.
Mm-hmm.
And I told Katy I would let our listeners know.
Yes.
I have one on the way.
Yay!
Coming
Baby.
in February.
The children of the corn.
Yes, we joked the children of the corn.
Quarantine.
The quarantine children. Everyone is having children or getting a dog.
Whatever. So Alissa has little people.
I have little tiny people, and you are out of that phase of life.
Yeah.
So we can
Thank
come
the
at it at
Lord.
both perspectives.
When people ask me if I miss having babies, I'm like, no. Is that wrong? Is that wrong? I love babies.
Yeah.
I just don't miss having my own babies.
Right. And I'm at the phase with like the adorable 3.5-year-old.
Yeah.
And I'm
like, let's do that again.
yeah, I don't want you to grow up. I want you to
they're
stay
so cute. But you know what? My take as a mom, and has always been, there are positives and negatives and amazing things and not so amazing things about every age of child. So as long as you look at it in a positive framework, no, I don't miss the baby because now I have these funny, like school age kids who are also independent and are really good at not talking in the car while I'm on a work call.
Right.
And like, there are some positive things to be had here and can make their own breakfast and let me sleep late on the weekend. And like, I'm not upset about any age that they are.
Sure.
Or aren't.
Right.
I'm just happy with all of them.
Yeah.
There's something good about them all. I mean, when their babies are snuggly and they're sweet and they don't really need a lot of emotional stuff.
Right. They just need
like life survival stuff.
Right.
I
It's more complicated probably
Was
now.
Haven an easy baby?
Yes.
So are you nervous?
No, I'm gonna
You're like, will it to
I'm
be?
gonna declare
This baby is equally as easy.
that this baby will be equally as easy.
All right. So Ainsley is my oldest. She's pushing 11. She's
Okay.
10. And she was a pretty easy baby. Like
Okay.
she now, we've talked about it a little bit, but she was a great sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
At 5 weeks, she slept 7 hours a night.
Amazing.
So she was a very young early adapter of the overnight sleep. Thank God, because I need my sleep.
Yes.
Jack, who is 7 now, was a terrible baby. He was crying a lot and he did not sleep well. And it was torturous.
Yeah.
He got better over time, but it was rough. And I, nursed Ainsley till like she was 6 months old.
Yeah.
So working that out with like work appointments.
Right.
I mean, my income definitely took a big nosedive that year. That
Mhm.
year she was a baby. Because I was home with her.
Right.
She went to daycare at 9 months. He went to daycare at 6. And so those time periods, my mom or someone would come and help,
Yeah.
if I had to do an appointment out of the house, but I certainly couldn't prospect for extra leads or try and generate more business. I would do what I had, and then
all the extras just kind of go to the side.
It's definitely survival with that age of kids. Like, you're trying to help them survive, and you just survive. Like, you need to nap, and like the sleep deprivation is tough.
And I think no matter what age your kids are, moms and parents have got to take care of themselves.
That for sure is not common enough.
It's very uncommon.
Moms are last. They eat last. They sleep last. They get up first. They, and they expect too much of themselves.
Yeah.
And I made in my notes, I think moms as a whole, and, any parent, we just let society tell us that we're supposed to be doing it all. And that's such a bunch of BS.
It's such a bunch of BS.
It's such a bunch of BS. I don't want to, nor can I do it all.
Right.
And I don't like that I feel inferior if I can't be super mom and a super realtor.
Right.
And it's completely illogical. Like, I have a maid, a housekeeper. She comes every other week. Mm-hmm. She cleans the bathrooms and mops the floor.
Great.
And you know what? If she didn't come and do it, nobody would. Right. So either I can have a clean house or I can have a not clean house, but it would take me 4 or 5 hours to do the same thing.
Right.
Why? That's not the highest and best use of my time.
No.
And I can't think just because I'm taking the day off, now I also have to be the, housekeeper. Thank God I have the ability to do that. Like, I get it if some people that's just not in the cards right now, but it doesn't mean you couldn't get there. Like, that's a great goal.
Sure.
It's huge. Yeah. It's not that expensive. Mm-hmm. Time-wise, I mean, if you calculate what you're worth per hour, it doesn't even compute that you would do it yourself. Yeah. And that may go for anything for you. Maybe you don't want to do your laundry, or you don't want to mow the grass, or whatever is on your plate.
Have your groceries delivered if you want.
Exactly. Right. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
2020. You can do all these things.
That's right. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. So what are some of the things that help you to survive as a working mom?
I have to take it day by day.
Yeah.
So my husband, Tanner, is in law enforcement, and his schedule is crazier than my schedule, which is hard to even comprehend.
Right.
And there is no set, like, every Wednesday, these are his hours.
Right.
And so I am kind of on the fly.
Yeah.
She is in daycare, has been since she could be.
Right.
Whatever age that started.
Probably pretty little.
Very little.
Yeah.
And she loves daycare.
Yeah.
Now that she's 3.5, those are like her people.
Right.
Like, she's like, why aren't we going to school today?
Yeah. We got to go.
Yeah. Come on, Mom.
Have people to talk to.
Yeah. She has things to do.
Right.
But it's been kind of fun seeing her become like this independent person. Mm-hmm. And even at 3.5, she understands the concept of work.
Oh, yeah.
And that I can love her and work.
Yeah.
And that, you have to have goals and be driven and sometimes make sacrifices.
Yes.
And it is what it is.
No, and I think it's good for your kids to see you working.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you're not ignoring them, I think it's healthy and okay. I have a great story.
Okay.
So I keep a note in my phone of all the funny things that my kids say.
Yeah.
There's that time period from about age 2.5 to 5 when they're so hilarious because they say just the craziest stuff. So those have a lot more than now. They say a lot less. They're funny, but they don't say things that I'm like, wow, that's so great. But we went to a birthday party in Maplewood, in my old neighborhood, at a friend's, and I had a listing on the corner that we had to pass going to the party. And on the way home, Ainsley's in the car. She's about 3 years old. On the way home from the party, we pull the car over because the sign was like falling over in the yard. And so I'm like, Jay, pull over. And I hop out and I go to fix up the sign. And he says, Ainsley's in the car, and she says, oh, Mom. Oh, no, she doesn't even say, oh, Mom. She says, oh, Katy, she's always working.
Oh, Katy, gotta stop and get her sign.
That Katy, she's always working. And I'm like, oh, my Lord. And some people probably would have been devastated by that. Oh, my God, my 3-year-old kid thinks I'm always working. But I was just like, it's fine. I know I'm not neglecting her.
Yeah.
I think it's okay that she knows I'm working. It's not a secret.
Right.
My kids can't possibly think that I'm not. I don't need to make them think that they are everything and I can't work. It can be both of those things.
Yes. Yes. It's funny because I'm reading a book right now, just a fun book, not a, life-changing self-help book.
Fun books are good.
But it's about an Amish family,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very interesting. But the things that the kids do,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, our kids in 2020
Right.
have it made.
Oh my gosh.
It is insane.
Yeah.
Like, your kids are going to be fine.
They're going to be fine.
It's going to be okay.
Life is pretty easy here in 2020.
Yeah.
Even with the
Maybe too
COVID
easy.
and the mask and the whole operation. We needed a challenge.
Yeah.
That's probably good for them.
I know.
Now that I'm thinking about it, we needed a challenge.
Well, kids aren't the most resilient these days.
I think it's funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what are some of the challenges of being a working mom? Because I think a lot of people feel frustrated, maybe.
Yes.
I would say asking for help is probably the biggest challenge.
Yeah.
I don't know why we think we have to do it all.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how it was ever done.
Right.
Even when moms weren't working.
You could still ask for help.
Yeah. You would get help.
Mm-hmm.
You would, like family members would help you. Like
Yeah.
having little children or any children is hard. I think that I already said this, but society will tell you to do it all. And then we feel like we've got all these mental mindset things to break through.
Well, I was going to say the times that some of my biggest parenting fails have been when they were intermingling.
right.
Like, I was getting her in the car to go to school, and I did look at my phone when I shouldn't have until I dropped her off and saw something that was like a fire that needed to be put out.
Yeah.
I can't do anything about it right now.
No.
But the next 20 minutes until I drop her
You're, like,
off, I'm
stressed
just
about it.
flustered, and she knows that. She
Yeah.
can feel it, and then it just starts off on the.
Right.
So it's like, if you can, it's not. I know it's not perfect, and I've certainly pulled out my laptop in front of her. But
Yeah.
especially when you're going somewhere and you can't do anything about the work situation.
No.
It's one thing if you're home and the kids are playing and you need to pull
Yeah.
out your laptop and handle something.
Mhm.
But if you're like driving and your kid
Right.
is in the back seat and your phone is ringing, those are the times that I just lose my cool.
Right.
Or like I'm not the best parent role
Yeah.
model because I'm stressed
Right.
and get flustered.
I mean, that's normal. I think that's normal. Here's another one that I don't know why. Maybe the feminist in me, like, it pushes so hard against this. I don't know if you're really, because Haven's in school, like a school, but at school age, especially,
yeah.
the teacher, the therapist, like, Ainsley used to do like speech therapy, like they only call, email, text the mom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, I'm going to need you to copy my husband on this
Right.
because your girl's working. Like, maybe he's going to handle it today.
Right.
Like, maybe, like we really share responsibility of the kids. So it's not like he's doing carpool and like it's fine. But like that would just irk my nerves so bad because
Mhm.
that's society saying that I not only have to do my job and be good at that,
Right.
I also have to be in charge, like the last stop for this kids operation. And I'm like, well, I didn't have kids alone.
Right.
Like, can we
Two people made this human.
let's loop that guy right in here. And I mean, I don't know if that also comes from just like divorce rate and things where like maybe they don't know
Yeah.
if the parents really need to be on this. You put them on the same email.
Just do it all together.
You know what?
Yeah.
Especially y'all know that we're together,
Right.
and he needs to know. I don't want to have that extra step of then I have to relay it to him.
Yes. Yeah.
But not every single year.
Yeah.
Can you please
Yeah.
copy
Every year.
my husband?
we
on
both
this?
raise the children.
Gonna need
Even
him
if
to
it's like
know.
divorced families, you
Yeah.
still need to know about your
that's
child's
communication.
life updates.
Yeah, communication is huge. Like, it's just really odd and interesting.
Yeah.
And then I I have to laugh because I have always thought, some people don't get it. I'm like, stay at home mom, that's hard.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it.
I wouldn't be a good mom, I don't think.
I know. I think it would be rough. So I think I'm really blessed and happy to have the situation that I have. Like, I'm good with this. It
Yeah,
works
like
for
my
me.
sister and sister-in-law are stay-at-home moms, and they rock that.
I mean, it's
That's
amazing.
their thing.
Yeah.
I know.
Wow. But
I'm not-
here's the other thing. I firmly believe that working moms should not be comparing themselves to stay-at-home moms.
Not at all.
That's a different
it's
operation.
Totally different.
They are running a full-time gig of momming, which
Yeah.
is great and amazing, and I couldn't do it. my kids maybe aren't going to wear matching socks to school.
Yeah.
Like your standards have to be just a scotch lower if you're a working mom. Like you just can't.
Read your quote. Read your quote.
Oh,
read our quote.
Our favorite quote.
Yeah.
You can do anything, but not everything.
You can't do everything.
You can't do everything. And I think when I'm saying you have to lower your standards, it's like I can't Pinterest mom the Christmas gift for the whole class because I had to work. Like and I can't expect that I'm going to spend all my free time then also trying to be like super mom.
Right.
Like, I just need to I want my kids to be happy.
Yeah.
And clothed.
Yeah.
And fed. and educated.
Yes. All basic needs met. And I love you.
But we don't have to take it to the next level. And if you want to take it to the next level, go for it.
You can.
It's all on you. That's fine. But I'm here to give you permission to just get by.
Right.
You don't have to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
No one's going to remember the gift that you brought for the teacher.
Mm-mm.
Probably not even the teacher.
No.
And they don't care. So it's just interesting. So I think being a working mom is constantly pushing against the forces of the world and like what they say to you and how you judge yourself. There's a lot of self-judgment.
But then we are harder on ourselves.
Oh my God.
It's super hard. But I do think on the flip side of that, because I am in real estate, I can be super mom at school.
Yeah.
Not with crafting and not with gifts or decorating,
present.
but I can be present.
I do. I volunteer at school. I like to be present.
Yes. And I'm excited that I have a career that lets me, not only lets me, but encourages me to be in front of the people, meet the teachers and meet the other parents.
Yeah.
And
I wrote that in my note. Kids are an easy, natural conversation starter.
Yes.
And so it's very easy to build your database.
Yeah.
Like it's not weird or ooey or uncomfortable. You go to school, you're serving the lunch, you say hi to the other mom says, hey, what do you do? What do you do? Like, okay, great. You're in the database.
Every year Haven's Daycare has a fall fest. So I've been the volunteer all day on that day. And a lot of the moms and dads will bring I built this, Jay, your husband, would probably show up with the booth that he built that it looks like a pumpkin that lights up. And, all the moms are crafting these cute little goodie bags. And I'm like, text me your coffee order and I'll pick up the coffee.
I think that's fine.
Everyone has a place, but that's my place.
Everyone has a place.
I'm not going to craft anything or make anything.
And you're present. And the only thing your child is going to remember is that you were there.
Yeah.
And it's going to be fine.
Right.
Right.
And so it's amazing. Because growing up, my dad was the appraiser. My mom was corporate America. So my dad was at the field trips. My dad was at all the things. And I remember that, and I'm excited that I get to be that parent.
Yes. That's so fun.
That can be there.
Yeah. I like that.
And it's kind of part of our job.
Yeah.
But I'll say when I eased into that, so before Haven, I was a part of all of these just networking groups and different things. Well, in order to be a good mom and realtor, I had to swap. Yeah. I had to drop some of those groups to be the good mom.
Because you're not going to go do the after 5 stuff.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't have time. You can't do it all.
No, you can't.
So I had to be realistic with that and say, okay, well, I know that I'm not going to be able to be in this group and do all these things, but I can meet people and network and keep my face alive over here.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think it's good.
I think it's super good. And it's very effortless. Now, the baby part is the tougher part because you're not going to be out in the public with the baby. But the older they get, the more opportunities you get to meet people, which leads right into my next thing. I also keep my kids on very minimal extracurricular activities.
Okay.
Like if you're in a sport, you each get one sport or you each get a, piano or whatever it is. And with COVID, it's kind of been nice because right now we don't do nothing.
Yeah. There are no extras.
We go to school and we come home. I mean, some people are, I think, getting back to sports and stuff, but we're not. We just haven't. And it's been nice. But I always feel like I've been an under scheduling type of parent.
Yeah.
I know parents that are working parents that are, I know them from school and they've got, the kids in tennis and piano and,
everything.
All the things, dance, basketball, I don't know all of them, but like every night of the week, and I'm like, ooh, yeah, I know myself, and I think that's key.
Yeah.
If you are a go and you love being scheduled and you love being out of your house, live it up.
Right.
But I also think it's hard because sometimes we project that onto our kids. Like we love the go, but maybe they don't love the go.
Yeah, maybe they want to watch TV sometimes.
My kids play with their neighbors. They go outside. I'm like, you need to have some freedom when your whole day has been so structured by school. I'm like, it's okay to just do nothing or go in the yard and like use your imagination or whatever. So I think that I just don't overschedule them because I don't want to go all weekend long.
Well, we need a day off.
Right.
They need a day off.
Yeah.
It's okay to have days where you just don't do anything.
Yeah. Right.
That's okay.
But we have to tell them.
That's not the message.
It's okay. That's not the message
of the world
today.
That's not the message. But it is okay.
It is okay to do nothing and necessary. You have to have time with your kids just in normal life. Yeah. Like doing normal things, like teaching them to do the dishes and do like, anyway.
Hello, friends. We are so excited that so many of you are using the template course, and the reviews are just pouring in, letting us know that it has helped your business as much as it has helped our business.
Yes, listen to this review. Thank you so much for providing this wealth of information, knowledge in template form. So far, I've used a handful and received positive feedback like, "This is so professional," or "I really appreciate how organized you are." I mean, can you imagine?
Yeah,
your clients are actually going to say that.
Yes.
All right, here's another one. Thank you so much for this. I can't tell you how many times I've started this and how many notebooks of samples and notes I had. I have ADHD and it is super hard to stay focused on getting it done. Having it all in one place is going to make it so nice.
That is what we're here for.
I know. Just look, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Just use these.
Yeah, nice and simple, easy, ready to go, ready for you to put your own logo on, make it sound like you. So head over to hustlehumblypodcast.com/course and check it out.
That's right.
And you're going to enjoy them. You're going to love them.
You're going to
change your life.
Literally fired my assistant. They are the best. Okay,
enjoy the template.
Yes, enjoy.
One of my other logistical things, and we've talked about this a little bit because you do it when you have your day off at home. Not day off, but your like work from home day.
Yeah.
I do the laundry all in one day.
Oh, I'm kind of a batch laundry as well.
I know people who do laundry every single day. God bless you because it's never over. I like make a full-on commitment. Saturday morning or Friday night, the laundry starts.
Yeah.
And typically it is done, I mean, within no more than 48 hours. And that's it.
Yeah.
No laundry unless there's some sort of emergency is being run other days of the week. That way, on Monday morning, this is my working mom thing. Monday morning is like my favorite.
Okay.
I love my children. I'm happy they are here.
You know what's funny?
What?
Me too.
Is it your favorite?
Coming out of this 3-day Labor Day weekend, today is Tuesday.
Right. It was,
I was like, bye.
See you, lady.
I love you. Go to school.
I know. It's time to go. Monday morning is my favorite.
I know.
I want to put the house back together and clean the counter and make sure all the laundry is put away from the weekend laundry. And then I walk into my office feeling like I'm at zero, right?
Yes.
Like everything is starting fresh. I'm feeling good about that. And whenever they were home at the end of the school year from COVID, it was like the never ending summer.
I know.
And I was in the house because I let my kids play in the living room. We have a floor plan. Like they bring out toys and stuff into the living room. I want to be near them. I'm not like you have to play in your room, but the constant mess is like my dining room table was covered in Legos from March through August. Like,
the
we
whole
just
time.
got cleaned. Like going back to school for my mental health is big.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I gotta like,
well,
take
you know, in the email episode where we just talk about keeping your email cleanly and keeping on top of things, and how I talk about how your email, the condition of your email is usually similar to the condition of your closet.
Yeah.
The condition of your refrigerator.
Yep.
The condition of your house. Like if where you live and if your space is full of clutter, if it's messy, if it's unorganized.
Oh, like the piles of laundry on the couch.
Yes.
I cannot.
All of that carries over into your business.
Yes, because you feel like out of sorts.
No matter where you go, whether it's work or home, you feel unorganized. You feel like you have this long to-do list, you know?
Like you don't have it under control.
It's not under
That's
control.
what Monday is about for me.
Yeah.
Everything is under control.
And I think that's the perfect day. I have our cleaning lady scheduled to come on Monday.
Do you?
So it's like
we're really
I come,
getting clean.
Yeah. And then, to get ready for her, I have to tidy up. And then I come home and the floors are mopped and everything's
look
good.
at this.
Yeah. And like usually by Monday, I'm trying to clean out email. And I think you need a reset day.
For sure.
You need a goal. Working moms or just people who aren't the tidiest people.
Yeah.
And it's a struggle. I know we're kind of going off on a tangent here.
Yeah.
But all of these things are intertwined into your overall success.
Yes. And I do think that we are so lucky to have flexible schedules in that I also, as much as I cannot be a stay-at-home mom, I also cannot be an 8 to 5 working mom. That would be hard.
I don't know how people do it.
Get out, get dressed, get out the door, get the kids, everyone gone. And then you're at your desk at 8 a.m. Whoa. That's serious.
And then you have limited time to if they get sick or
you got to be real efficient. Oh yeah, you have limited time if you have to take the day off.
Yeah,
I know.
You only have so many.
Oh, okay. Thank the Lord that we are realtors.
Yeah,
because I just don't know. This is what's perfect for me. Okay, what about we had a question from a listener.
Okay,
that was when is it appropriate to take your kid to work? So people see sometimes Haven is with you.
Yes,
I've taken the kids on occasion to an appointment. When do you feel like it is appropriate?
I really don't enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
It does stress me out. But I will say, I'm going to first talk about the newborn days.
Okay.
When she was first born, I think after 6 weeks, I snuck out of the house and did things and came back in time, between nursing and, whoever was there, whether it was my husband or his mom or whoever was helping me. But then before she could start school, I've had her for 3 months at this point. I still had 1 more month before her spot opened at daycare.
Wow.
But real estate is resuming and people are okay, you had the baby and now you're back, right?
Right.
There were times where I just had to bring her with me. I don't know. Okay. So one of my favorite movies is Riding in Cars with Boys.
Okay.
With Drew Barrymore.
All right.
Have you ever seen it?
I don't think so.
Okay, you need to watch it.
I do like
Anyway, she has to bring her little boy on an interview and she's stressed and she's angry and she's keeping her composure during the interview. But the guy interviewing her keeps looking behind her at her kid sitting in the chair behind her. And she goes, and he's I'm just worried, that you're going to be, and she's distracted. I'm fine. Or you're the one that has the problem. I'm fine.
Oh,
but it's I kind of would just show up and own it and not really I know this is horrible. I don't want to say not pay much attention.
You would just be there's a baby here.
There's a baby here, but let's talk about the inspection. How did the inspection go? I wanted them to know that yes, that I had to bring my baby, but I am here because this is your home inspection. Yeah. And I'm here to make sure I'm going to let you know that I'm handling this and that we're here to discuss this. Yeah. Yes, there's a baby here, but, honestly, I wouldn't take it out. I wouldn't take her out. I'm calling her it. I wouldn't take her out and be oh, look, no, I tried to just be and sure, my clients were sweet and we're oh my gosh, look at the baby. And I'm yeah, so how are you feeling about the home inspection?
Right.
I wanted them to know.
And you did have the clients that were unhappy that you brought the baby.
Yeah, I had, And then, so I had the ones that were kind of oh.
You brought the baby.
You brought the baby. Great. Wonderful. And then I had one girl and her husband. They were referred to me by a friend.
Okay.
And I didn't really know her that well. And I liked her, but I couldn't quite get that connection. And I was in a bind. And so I texted my friend that referred her. I said, hey, I'm showing so-and-so a house this afternoon.
Right. I got this baby.
I'm in a bind. I have one more person I could call. I really don't want to call, but I could. Do I need to make that call or is it okay to bring the baby? And she said, you need to make that call.
She's do not.
She was don't bring the baby. I was gosh darn it. Okay. And I don't know why, but some people just aren't kid people.
That is so interesting. Look.
And I kind of got that vibe, which is why I
You knew.
texted.
In your gut, you knew.
In my gut, I knew.
So that's a good point.
This isn't the right client.
In your gut, you will know. That's right. There is not a hard and fast rule to when you could bring your kid to work with you.
Right.
I think you will know based on the client and the situation. I don't think you're going to take your kid to a closing.
No.
Okay?
Yeah.
But you might take your kid to remove a sign and lockbox.
Oh, yeah.
Or do a final walkthrough.
I will say, if it's something like removing a sign or just doing,
where it's just the
dropping
two of
stuff
you.
off, running errands, picking up deposit checks, she's with me lots, especially during COVID. She was with me all the time.
Right.
But if the client is going to be present, I am very sensitive to it.
Yeah. I had to take Jack when he was an infant to listing photos. So we'd already done the listing appointment and I'd been there like alone, but I had to meet the photographer and get the key, put the lockbox on. There was no other way. Like I had to take him, and I don't even remember if the seller was there, and I still felt, I think the seller might've been there, but I had to hold, like he was being fussy. I had to hold him the whole time.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, I wanted to like crawl into a hole. I was just like, oh my God. I mean, like I didn't have a choice. It was fine. Like it was fine.
Yes. It's us that feel probably the most.
Well, it's also because we're such professionalism preachers.
Yes.
That's pretty tough to be professional and also have a kid with you. I mean, because right then you got to be the mom first. Mm-hmm. I don't care what you say. You're still the mom first.
I had a final walkthrough recently that I had to bring her to.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got there early.
Yes.
Turn all the lights on, made sure that I'm not trying to do the lockbox with a kid talking,
right,
and stressing me out.
Right.
And I brought her little iPad and put on a movie. And when my clients got there, she was sitting in the corner with goldfish in a movie.
She was like, I'm good.
Yeah. She didn't say a word. She's 3 now. So I can say, Mommy is at work. These are Mommy's clients. I need you to listen. And if you're good, we can go home and have a popsicle.
Right.
But if you're not good,
no popsicle.
So it's like, that's helpful, but it still took, I got there about 15 minutes early to make sure I got the Wi-Fi hooked up to the iPad from my phone to get her settled, because I didn't want to be doing all of that
whenever they were there.
And they were only there for 15 minutes because it was a final walkthrough. Yeah. And she was great. And I was like, okay, that was fine.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's professional to be the parent, the professional that brings the kid.
Yes.
Sprinting, and I don't care if my clients' kids are sprinting around the house.
Right.
This is their house soon to be.
Yeah, not
I
my kid.
Yeah, this is not going to be my house.
Right.
So my kid, if present, is going to be quiet and not talk to you.
I've taken Ainsley on showings, and she actually likes houses and she likes to see them and she likes the showings. And I've taken her before, but I've also been like, hey, like for a while she'd be like, she wanted to go to every one. I'm like, you understand that we're going to be there a long time.
Right.
It's going to be boring. After you see the house, they're going to ask a lot of questions that you don't care about. And it's not just going to be in and out. And so I think after a little while, she learned if it was one house with a certain type of client, then maybe that was fine. But I would never do that on like a weekday, even in the summer. Mm-hmm. On the weekend, it's so funny because it's almost like if I'm giving you my weekend time to show you a house, and I feel like it's appropriate for you as a client, you were more likely to get my kid on a weekend.
Sure.
Obviously. I mean, they're also at school. So,
yeah.
But I'm like, you know what? If you want to see a house at Sunday, 1 in the afternoon, you might also have to get my kid.
Right.
Because it's Sunday.
Right.
You know?
Happen. And if you are in a bind and you don't want to bring your kid and there's no way around it, it's okay to say, I am booked at that time. Yes. I have other appointments. Can we go this day at this time?
That's a great point.
Now, when Haven was born, I did not have an assistant or anything, but I had 4 agents in my office that I was super close with that said, look, we'd be happy to help you with whatever you have until you need us. So I had a few buyers that I was currently working with that I basically just gave 1 or 2 to each person, depending on personality. And then when it closed, I gave them a referral fee, right? Because these are people I had already been working with.
Yeah,
some
they
of
just
them
did
were
all the
pending
showings while you were.
Yes, I even still handled repair requests and things like that, things I could do from the computer.
Mhm.
When I got home from the hospital and got settled, maybe like 3 or 4 days after getting home, I sent an email to all my clients and said, hey guys, I just want to let y'all know I'm home. I'm checking email. Let me know if you have any questions.
Right.
I have people helping me.
Mhm.
And I told them that before.
Yeah, they knew.
Yeah, they knew I'm not leaving the country for, I'm still here.
Right.
And if you need something, you just shoot me
Not
an
leaving
email.
the country.
Yeah, just let me know. I have
Right.
people helping me. They needed to know everything's fine. I have a plan. You're going to be good.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, as new people came in, like new referrals or whatever, I would either work them
Mm-hmm.
or refer them,
Yeah.
depending on, like if it was a listing. So I can remember Haven was like 3 weeks old
Okay.
and I got a call and it was to list a house.
Okay.
And it was a referral. They didn't know I'd had a baby. They'd never met me before. So this was going to be like my first. I called my mother-in-law. I was like, can you come sit with Haven for like 2 hours? I literally nursed, handed her to Tanner's mom, ran out the door, ran to the appointment, met with them. They never knew
Yeah.
that I never told them.
They
never
didn't need to
asked.
know.
Yes. I listed their house. Everything went fine. It sold quickly.
Yeah.
I didn't have to pay any referral fee.
Yeah. It was fine. Well,
It was
listings. Yeah.
Yeah. If it had been a buyer,
It's totally different.
it's totally different, especially if they're starting from scratch.
Well, the time commitment out of your home is always greater for a buyer than a seller.
yes.
Always.
hmm
If you can transition to more listings before
Mhm.
you have a baby, great.
Right.
Or while you have little people.
hmm
Yeah. I mean, that's true. It's just a lot easier. You can manage a listing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I also think that my perspective and ability to enforce my boundaries and my safety practices changed after I had children.
For sure.
I'd be like, I'm a mom. Like, I can't get killed at a showing because I need the money. Like,
Yeah. Because I didn't ask the right questions.
right. Like, also, I don't have time to let you go look at a bunch of houses without getting pre-approved.
Right.
I have other stuff I need to be doing.
Yes.
So, like, it really has to be more urgent. It has to be, you have to be better vetted.
Mhm.
I don't want to work with you random people off the internet. Y'all, my business was successfully built on online leads
Yeah.
before I had children.
Sure.
Like, now, once I had kids, and I'll tell you, we might come back to it. I'm sure we will actually one day. I'm not going to go into all the details, but I had a really scary incident happen. Like, the scariest thing that's ever happened to me as a realtor was while I was 9 months pregnant.
Mm.
And I was just like, okay,
man.
like, it's time to really hone this in. So
Yeah.
I think that it's a good, easy excuse too. Like, whatever it helps get you in the right frame of mind to be like, I have to have boundaries.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, my kids are putting them on me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sorry. Someone's got to pick them up from school or bring them to school or feed them dinner or whatever. But those boundaries are getting forced upon me by the people who I need to keep alive.
Right.
So
Yes.
it's kind of nice in a way.
It is.
Like, you don't, but you have acquired a whole nother job.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. I always find it interesting to talk to agents that had children when they started.
Yeah.
So, like, you and I are coming from a different perspective because we were both like we weren't moms when we started real estate. So we
Right.
got through that tough part
Mm-hmm.
before we added on the layer of kids.
Mm-hmm. And I
So-
think a big key is finances.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't have savings and no one is supporting you and you're trying to start a family, it's going to be a tough career to get started in.
Yeah.
But I think if you do have a spouse or family that is helping you,
Yeah.
you can
Mhm.
have the luxury of
Yeah.
getting started while starting a family,
Yeah.
but
I think it's really perfect. And you'll find a lot of new agents who are like school age moms.
yes,
Where they were maybe stay at home when kids were there. And now they've gone off to school and they're like, well, I do have some time here where I could do something else. So
Yeah.
that seems to be a pretty nice fit.
because I can remember when I was new, there was like a handful of ladies in our office and they kind of all left around in the same year because of finances.
Oh.
Like they loved real estate,
Mhm.
but they couldn't give it the 2 to 3 years it takes
That's
to have
hard.
some income
Yeah.
because they needed quick income.
Yeah. Consistent.
They didn't have a choice, you
Yeah.
know? And so I think it's just something to really evaluate because, and that's, we talk a lot about knowing what you're getting into ahead
Yes.
of time so
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
waste time Because if you aren't financially prepared to start real estate as a single mom or just the sole provider of your family financially, if that burden is on you, if you aren't prepared financially, it may not be the right time.
Right, it'll be really tough.
And you also just need to prepare for, like, what am I going to do for these 2 years? And how are we going to make it? Because you don't want to waste all this time in real estate school. You waste time and money getting licensed.
Yeah.
Only to find out that this timing isn't the right season of life.
Yes.
And it's finances is, the biggest reason people get out of real estate so quickly, because they don't have time to wait.
Right. And you need time.
Yeah.
For sure. Agreed. Okay. What else about the working moms? Or dads.
Yeah. I mean, I think the day by day thing, and that's hard for me sometimes because I am a planner.
Yeah.
And I like to have everything like ready to go and know what we're doing. But like I said, with me and Tanner's schedule, it is very, like, literally most mornings we wake up and it's, what do you have today?
Wait, that's so funny. Every night before bed or during dinner or at breakfast, every day, what are you doing today?
Right.
What are you doing today?
Yeah.
Because we both have different schedules. And I'll be like, this is this. And I think we've talked about it on the Anna Cornick episode. My calendar after 2 p.m., if I have an appointment, it is shared.
Okay.
Because the kids get out at 2:45. So if I am in an appointment after 2 p.m., that calendar, he doesn't need to know every listing appointment I go on at 10 in the morning.
But if it affects him and he needs to be somewhere.
But if it affects the family schedule, which is like 2:45 on, they're on our time.
Right.
Then they got to know. Or if I have to be at an appointment very early in the morning, that's the thing. You have to have systems in place for your schedule.
Yeah.
Because it'll fall apart real quick. Or like you can't do it all.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So y'all are always say, hey, what are you doing today?
Yeah. Are you picking them up? Are you picking up and I'm picking up?
And then it's nice if you have additional family support. Like, do you have a grandparent that can help? Do you have a babysitter or cousin?
And if you don't, I highly recommend finding that 1 or 2 people that you can call on your list.
Yeah.
I even had a client recently that I just loved. She was like the sweetest girl ever. It was actually her and her fiance. They're getting married. And she's in school and she is a speech therapist and is going back to school. But she was like, while I'm back in school, if you ever need a babysitter, You
were like, yeah.
Oh my gosh, like that's amazing. And in my heart, I was like, I would trust you.
Great. Put her on the list.
Yes. But I think it's so important because you have to have a life.
For sure.
And I am slightly obsessed with Haven. I mean, if you know me, I'm like obsessed with her. But I have got to take care of myself and I need my time.
Yeah.
Equally as much.
Yeah.
So I think that you can't just neglect your marriage and your family and your work.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to spread it around.
Yeah. I think that's
and
fine.
To have that person that you can call.
Yeah.
And it may take, 2 people, maybe 3.
Yes.
That you trust. And don't wait till you're in a bind.
No,
to
that's
find
right.
those people.
List.
You need to
list.
Yeah, ask friends who have kids or if they go to daycare or church, like who is their Sunday school teacher,
Right. It's just like when we talked about having the partner, the teammate, the other agent who is also if you need someone to run and do the showing, it doesn't matter how many people on the list I call, I'm stuck with these kids today. Well, who can help you with the showing? Like vice versa.
Yeah.
Who else is on that support system?
And look, I'm like, I will pay you.
Yes.
If I need you to go do something for me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be the person that's known for like always asking.
No, right.
And never.
Right.
Try
to take advantage.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, if I need help, I'm going to take care of the people who help me.
Agree.
So I think it's just really important to have those people you can call with work.
Yep.
Have the people you can call to help with kids if you don't have family in town. And even if you have family, it's just good to have like one non-family member to not
what
wear
if y'all
out.
are all doing something together?
Yeah.
Birthday dinner.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I had on my working mom notes.
I think it's good.
You got them all.
Perfect.
It's a tough little balancing act.
It is. And I think it just requires a lot of grace.
Yeah, give yourself
I'm not
grace.
always great at giving myself that. Like some nights I'm like, did I fail the mom thing today?
I don't think you can. They're still alive. Like, it's fine.
Right. Everything.
They're not irreparably damaged.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
No.
They're going to be fine.
Right.
It's all levels. Okay, I love it. Do you have the toast?
I do have the toast.
Let us hear it.
So while we had many people request this episode.
We will probably hit this one again at some point.
Yeah, I think we'll have to. We specifically wanted to toast to, I think it's Linnea Michelle.
Okay.
She is a flight attendant turned realtor in Charleston, South Carolina.
Aww.
And she is having her first baby due in February. And she's trying to figure out new mom life.
And new agent
life.
Bless her.
And so we just wanted to give her a shout out and a toast and encouragement.
You can do this.
You can do it.
You can do all things.
It is all doable.
Yep.
And so we hope this helped answer your questions.
Hopefully.
If you have specific questions, though, that we didn't touch on, we will, like you said, do this again. So send us your questions.
Send them in.
hustlehumblypodcast@gmail.com.
Perfect.
So cheers to all the working moms out there.
Cheers to y'all. You're doing a great job. Okay, bye, friends.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Hustle Humbly podcast. Let us know who we should toast to for the next episode.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Hustle Humbly Podcast. If you have an episode, topic, or question, please email us at hustlehumblypodcast@gmail.com.
Be sure to subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. See you next week. Bye.
This is the good life.